If you ever notice yourself going quiet around the people you're drawn to, today you're finally going to understand why you do that. It feels like your whole personality changes the second you see that person you love. It shows in a similar way every time. You know how to talk, you know how to joke, you know how to be normal. Then someone you actually like shows up, and suddenly everything inside you tightens. Your brain starts checking every word before you say it. Your mouth feels like it doesn't know what to do. And you sit there hoping that your silence doesn't make you look strange, even though you can't stop it. What's interesting is that you're not actually shy. You prove that all the time. When you're around people who don't matter to you, you talk with ease. You're funny. You're expressive. You're present, and you don't overthink anything. So this version of you that appears around someone you like isn't the real you. It's the protective you. It's the part of you that doesn't want to mess up. And that's where the psychology starts. When you like someone, your mind doesn't treat them like everyone else. It treats them like a high-stakes situation. You're careful with people who matter to you, and that carefulness switches your instinct from expression to observation. You start paying attention to every reaction, every detail, every small signal they give off. You watch them more than you speak, and while that looks like silence from the outside, on the inside, you're scanning the moment for safety, for signs you're wanted, for cues that you're not embarrassing yourself. Your quietness is a way of trying to stay in control. If you say less, you risk less. If you reveal less, you expose less. If you speak less, you can't say the wrong thing. It's your protection against rejection, even if the person in front of you is warm and kind and would probably enjoy hearing more from you. The funny part is that the people you like rarely understand what your silence means. They might think you're disinterested. They might think you're checking out. They might assume you don't care. Meanwhile, you're sitting there trying your best not to look foolish. Every second feels louder in your head than it looks on the outside. You rehearse what to say before saying it. You delete messages before sending them. You choose the safer option every time. And that's where the distance begins. This kind of silence comes from earlier experiences too. If you ever grew up in an environment where talking created problems, you learned to minimize your voice. If you were judged often, teased, dismissed, or made to feel like your thoughts didn't matter, your mind learned to stay small in situations that feel emotionally risky. Liking someone feels risky. It matters to you. So, the old reflex shows up. You don't invite attention. You avoid taking up space. You wait for the other person to move first so you can feel safe enough to follow. There's also the part where you're scared of misreading things. When you like someone, your mind becomes hyper-aware of the possibility that you might be wrong about their interest. You don't want to look desperate. You don't want to look pushy. You don't want to reveal more than they reveal. So you stay quiet, hoping they go first, hoping they make it obvious, hoping they remove the pressure you feel. For many girls, being quiet around someone they like isn't about low confidence. It's about high sensitivity. You pick up on small signals that other people miss. You notice tone, timing, phrasing, small changes in energy. You think before you act. You care about the emotional space between you and the person you like. Noise feels reckless. Silence feels safe. You want to make a good impression, not a rushed one. That sensitivity creates depth, but it also traps you when you try to talk. In social situations, this shows up in little ways. You might feel your hands getting warmer. Your breathing gets shallow. You smile more than you speak. You worry that you're staring too much, yet you're scared to look away. You feel yourself editing your responses. When they ask a question, you answer shorter than you intended. Then you replay everything later, wondering if you sounded dull or uninterested. At gatherings, people might notice that your energy drops around the person you like. You laugh less, you joke less. You stay on the edge of the group. You don't want to interrupt anyone. You don't want to draw attention. Meanwhile, you're fully aware of their presence. You know exactly where they're standing. You can tell when they move closer. You're tuned in even when you look disconnected. This pattern even shows up digitally. When the person you like sends a message, you feel that instant rush. You read it fast. Then you lock up trying to find the best way to reply. You type, erase, type, erase. You leave them on, read longer than you meant to because you want to reply perfectly. You worry about sending too many emojis or too few. You think about how they might interpret your tone. Meanwhile, someone you don't care about gets an effortless message from you without a second thought. People often misunderstand this quietness. They assume it means you lack interest. They think you're cold or distant. They don't see how loud your emotions are inside your mind. They don't see how alert you are, how present you are, how much you care about how the moment unfolds. Silence becomes your shield, and even though it protects you, it also hides you from the person you wish would see you. The psychology behind this is tied to fear of exposure. When you like someone, you risk being seen for real, and being seen is uncomfortable for someone who has spent a lot of their life holding their emotions close. The more you feel, the more you hide. You don't want to give someone the ability to hurt you, so your instinct is to pull inward at the exact moment you want to reach outward. There's also something deeper happening. You're not just scared of saying the wrong thing. You're scared of being too much, too talkative, too excited, too forward, too expressive, too obvious. You regulate yourself in real time so you don't step outside the version of yourself you think people will accept. That self-control becomes silence. It feels safer to stay contained than to risk giving someone a reason to walk away. Yet, on the other hand, this quietness can be a sign of value. You don't act this way around everyone. Only the people who matter to you bring out this side of you. That already says something important. It means you take your emotions seriously. It means you don't attach lightly. It means your interest isn't casual. You choose carefully. And when you care, it isn't surface level. However, there's a downside. Sometimes staying too quiet makes connections harder to build. The person you like might never realize you like them. They may think you're indifferent or even uninterested. They might assume your silence means the opposite of what it actually means. And that can lead to missed chances, slow progress, or one-sided efforts where they stop trying because they don't think you're receptive. At the same time, your quietness around someone you like can also come from inexperience with feeling safe. You're used to holding yourself together. You're used to protecting your own heart. You're used to being the one who stays strong. So when you finally meet someone who matters emotionally, your instincts don't relax, they tighten. You wait to see if they're real. You wait to see if their intentions match their words. You wait to see if their actions match your needs. And until you feel that stability, your voice stays small. Friends might notice this side of you. They may tease you and say, "You get so silent around him." They don't understand the internal pressure you feel. They don't feel your heartbeat change. They don't feel the intensity behind your eyes. They don't feel the way your mind speeds up while your mouth slows down. You're not shy, you're invested. Family might mistake it too. They might think you're being polite, or reserved, or cautious. They don't see that your silence is full of hope and tension at the same time. The person you like may sense something, yet they might not know how to read it. Some people are attracted to your quietness because it feels mysterious. Others get confused by it. Some think you're uninterested, while others find it sweet. That mixed reaction can make you even more careful. What you probably want is simple: to be understood without forcing yourself to talk more than you're ready to talk. You want someone who sees the meaning behind your silence, someone who realizes that your quietness isn't coldness, it's respect, it's interest, it's sincerity, it's the opposite of indifference. Over time, once you feel safe with someone, your silence softens. You start speaking more freely, you laugh easier, your shoulders relax, your guard lowers. Your personality starts showing piece by piece. And when that happens, people are often surprised at how warm, funny, and expressive you can be. That shift tells the whole story. You were never quiet because you lacked personality. You were quiet because the moment mattered too much to risk ruining it. And that kind of quietness says more about your depth than anything else. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.